Hi, Nancy Burt-Preece, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Here's all my contact information, including my Facebook and my YouTube channel. So please like and subscribe and follow. Today I am casing a card from Barb Brimhall, the BZB stamper. And I tweaked it up a little bit, but I thought it was just a really pretty card. So let me show you how we're going to make this. We are going to be using the Snowy Delights decorative masks. We are also using Snowy Delights sentiments. So not the dies, just the sentiments and the mask. I had to think through. So it could be a winter card. If you come to my class at the library, we're going to have lots of sentiments. So you can make it a birthday card, anything you want. So let's start. How do we make this card? Well, the first thing we need is I have thick basic white 4.5. Sorry, let me say this right again. 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25. Then I have two pieces, one for the outside, and I think it looks nice to have a little frame. So I have two pieces of Pool Party, 4 by 5.25. I have an inside white, 3 3/4 by 5. My outside white is 4 by 3. And let me see what else. I think that was it. This is the beautiful designer series paper. What is it called? Knights of Aurora? No, that's not it. Lights of Aurora. So what I did is I cut 5 pieces, various, you can go either side. They are 1/2 inch by 4 1/4. So the first thing, I'm going to move this to the side, and I'm going to bring in one of my Pool Party pieces. And I am going to start, about there, and you can do either side. I'm going to use liquid glue so I can move them around a little bit. And I'm going to just kind of make sure it is off either side, because then you can cut it. And let's see, the next one, maybe I'll do the back side of one of these pink ones. So I'll put the glue on a pink, and really it doesn't, I've tried a couple of different ones. It really doesn't seem to matter which ones you put where. It's just a really pretty way to use this paper. And I had some strips left. You notice I'm kind of making sure it's next to each other. And what I'll do in a minute is just trim those ends off. Now I'm going to do a darker one next. And every time I do it, I put it a little bit in a different spot. So, if you're concerned about that, I never do it the same way. And that's okay, because it makes the cards look different. Try to get them next to each other. And let's see. Oh, let's do another green one. It's a little darker green than the other one. And let's see what's on the back side of that. Nope. I'm going to do this one next. Let's add a little interest. And I do 5 if you do 6, but 5 seems to, odd numbers. Our eye is really likes odd numbers pretty well. Okay, so that is not hard. So this one I might have down a little bit farther. I might not. It's just really whatever your choice is. If you come to my class, I'm going to have a bunch of strips cut, and you will have to decide which ones you want to use. And that's sometimes the hardest part. I try not to spend a ton of time on that because I know that they all look good together. That's the beautiful thing about Stampin' Up! Paper. All looks good together. And when they make a paper pack like that, they mean it to all match. So let me get our little parts and pieces off. So we have this part. I can go ahead and adhere that to my card base, because that is all ready to go. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so now the next thing I have to do is my snowflake, and I'm going to use these masks. Now I'm going to move this to the side. You notice that I have, and I'll have this for you, this is where your card goes. I'm lining it up right there. Then I kind of made the numbers darker so you could see a little bit better. So the first two we're going to do are going to be pool party. And I haven't labeled it yet, but I'm pretty sure that one's the pool party. So we're going to just do it very lightly. And we're going to keep that lined up there. And I'm going to line that notch up there. Keeping that there, okay? Off your paper. Make sure you want to get color on it, but you don't want it to be saturated. Okay, so there's number one. Now I'm going to come in, making sure I line this back up. Line that up. And I'm not going to go off on it. This is number two. I'm going to go full strength pool party. Okay. So you've already got this really pretty effect. I'm going to put the pool party away. And I'm going to come in with Lost Lagoon. And I am, once again, making sure that's correct. Lining this up. And getting my other one going off first. And then I'm going to come in, line this one up. And I'm not going to go off at all. And you got a gorgeous, in fact, I almost like this one better than that one. So if you want light, just go lighter. If you want dark, you just do it a little bit more. I'm going to keep this out because on the bottom, I'm going to put sending you joy and many delights. Now, I'm going to move that to the side. And I can go ahead and work on my inside, which is the other sentiment I'm going to use with family and friends and long peaceful nights. So it's kind of like a winter card. Depends on what you would use it for. Now, I have to tell you, I have to fess up. On this one, you know why there's some things out here? Because I forgot to put the pool party underneath there. This one, I remembered. So I'm going to just go like this, put a little bit of that, go ahead and adhere it. adhere this on the inside of my card. And I'm going to have a happy birthday because I have some happy birthdays that come up in January. So it's always nice to have happy birthdays that you can use that are snowy. So here's a question. Which one do you like better? I don't know. I'm not sure. I like this one because it's very light and gentle, but I like that one because, oops, I got something on there, because it's vivid, you know? I don't know. Very pretty, both of them. A personal preference. This one I made very light. This one I went kind of vibrant on. So you get to choose, and when you create your card, you get to make it the way you want. So I hope you try out these masks. They are a lot of fun. Have a great day.